Welcome back, everyone. This is Deckaway with Mobile Nations, Crackberry, Android Central. I'm following up from my unboxing video. I promised y'all that I would get into the details a little bit more with the phone and have a look at it and go a little bit more in depth than just taking it out of the box. So that's what we're here to do today. Just one cool little tidbit of information for tonight. This is the BlackBerry Mobile KeyOne. I'm recording this video with my BlackBerry 10 device, my P9983. So not only are we looking at the BlackBerry, we're going to look at the brand new one and recording it with the good old BlackBerry 10 technology. So it's all BlackBerry tonight. A little bit of background information for those who are just joining in, who aren't as familiar with the phone. It's got a 4.5-inch screen on it. It's 1080 by 1620 resolution with a 433 pixel per inch density ratio. It's got a 12 megapixel rear camera that shoots full HD, as well as a 8 megapixel front facing camera. 3 gigabytes of RAM. It's running the Snapdragon 625, which is an incredibly power efficient device, coupled with a 3500 milliamp battery. Technically 3505, but we'll just call it 3500. I've heard that it'll get you through 2 full days. I haven't managed to do that yet. I'm waiting for my screen protector to come in the mail because I don't want to risk scratching it up. But as far as it goes right now, it's been having pretty good battery life as I've been using it casually at home. It's full LTE. There's supposed to be 2 models, the CDMA variant, which is supposed to work with Verizon, as well as the GSM device, which will work with AT&T and T-Mobile. And Sprint has also announced that later on this summer they will be receiving it at Sprint. So any carrier you have, you should be able to get a hold of one of these and enjoy the BlackBerry and the physical keyboard experience. As far as the screen goes, it's got Corning Gorilla Glass 4. It's running the latest OS 7.1 Nougat, which is great coming straight out of the box. A little bit more about the processor. It's a octa-core or 8-core processor clocked at 2 gigahertz. It's got an Adreno 506 GPU, which is a graphics processing unit. And the microSD supports up to 256 gigabytes. So not only do you have the internal 32 gigabytes of storage, you can throw another 256 on top of that. The video, it'll shoot 2160p resolution at 30 frames per second. And then the secondary, of course, the 8 megapixel rear camera will pick up and do a full 1080p as well. So you can get HD on both sides of the camera. It exclusively uses a USB Type-C adapter for connecting or charging it, but it does have quick charge in it, so even though you do have 3500 milliamps, you can recharge it pretty quick. That's about it as far as the specs and the features go on it. It is only a mono speaker device. I'll show you how loud that goes here in a little bit, but it works pretty well for casual use, watching YouTube videos, watching movies, things like that. It's not 24-bit audio, and it's not a dual speaker setup, but it is very adequate for what it does. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and open the box and have a look at the inside and take a look at the KeyOne up close and personal. The BlackBerry KeyOne out of the box, one of the first things I want to show off here is the fingerprint sensor. Now, if you've used a fingerprint sensor before, some of them can be a little laggy, some of them can be kind of soft to the touch, firm, they have different gestures that they do. I was overly impressed initially with the KeyOne fingerprint sensor because it's near instantaneous. It works so well and it's integrated with the space bar. I'll go ahead and show you right now. Bam, look at that. So the screen is off, it's in standby mode, nothing's going on whatsoever, just reach down, touch it. It's near instantaneous. I've never been so impressed before with a fingerprint sensor on a phone. So that's pretty legit. As far as the keys go, I'll show you a little bit of the typing experience here. I've found that if you've used a BlackBerry keyboard in the past, you will be very happy with this keyboard. It's not overly clicky like the Classic was. Its sound effects are very similar to that of the Q10. A little bit snappier, doesn't require a whole lot of key press, but you're not going to accidentally hit the buttons whenever you're using it either. So I'll go ahead and turn it back on real quick. You can see that fingerprint sensor again in action. Watch it, it just lights right up. So that's amazing. Click on the messaging here. We'll go ahead and open up a message and I'll show you a little bit of the keyboard typing experience. All right, permission, allow. And just so I can make a fake message here real quick, I'll send one to my iPhone. Alright, so we're going to type something up. So, hello, double space, this is the coolest keyboard of all time. Or times. Look how quickly and efficiently I typed that. Pretty darn neat. And now look at that. We've got the carryover gestures from the Passport and BlackBerry 10. You just swipe backwards on the keyboard. It erases everything. You don't have to keep hitting the backspace over and over and over. Now, as you can see, it's got the two shift keys. There's one on the left side, there's one on the right side, so that's something that's new. If you look up closer, it's still got the same symbols, and they're in the same places they were before on all the other BlackBerries. @ sign, plus sign, minus sign, quotes, apostrophe, all the good stuff, and then the wonderful enter button. Now, one thing that you will notice about it that's different from older BlackBerries is it doesn't have the physical back button, it doesn't have the physical menu button, the physical phone call, all those good things that made BlackBerry BlackBerry, but they did keep the spirit of the keyboard intact, and they have the capacitive buttons, which are built in. So it's not like some of the newer devices like the S8 or like the LG G6 where you have to swipe up to get the keys to come up. You can see the screen's off and they're still there. It works just fine. I haven't had any problems or complaints. You might occasionally slip up and hit one of them whenever you're doing some gestures or you're doing some swipe typing, and I'll show you that one real quick. So it still does the suggestive typing just like the BlackBerry 10 devices. So we got T, H, I, so I want to do this, so then we'll just swipe up right there. Bam, we get this is the C-O, oh, cool, there we go, coolest. We'll swipe that one. This is the coolest. So whatever you're swiping, you might accidentally hit it, but other than that, you really don't have too much to worry about. It's a really good, smooth experience. I'll get a close-up there on the space button. You can also do the voice to text, and I gotta tell you, I love using voice to text. Even though I've got the physical keyboard, sometimes I'm laying in bed, you're doing other things, you don't have the ability to type, or I don't advocate texting whenever you're driving, so certainly don't do that. But if you're at a stoplight or you need to send a message real quick, you can talk right into it, and we can hold the button down here, I'll show you. All right, there we go. Just press it. This is the coolest keyboard ever of all time, period. And there we go. See, it's really, really, really accurate. And then I'll go ahead and send this, and my other phone will get it later. Ha ha ha. Oh, I forgot. I don't have a SIM card in here, so I'm not going to send it. But as you can see, the keyboard works really well. Now, as far as some of the other features that it has on it, the dimensions are great. The power button is over on the left side, which is a little bit different than most Android phones nowadays. So we've got the power button over here. We have the convenience key over here, which you can set to do just about anything you want. And then we got the volume rocker for the up and the down for the volume. And also the SIM card, SD card, dual slot port over here on the right side as well. Up top, you can see the microphone there, and then you can see the 3.5mm jack for all of us traditional people who still like to be able to plug in headphones or a speaker straight into our phone. And then we've got the USB-C connector on the bottom for charging. And I did say it has quick charge earlier, but it does have quick charge 3.0, and it's supposed to get, I can't remember exactly, but 30 minutes I believe is supposed to get you about 50% of the battery. The quick charge on it is really good. There's a fingerprint sensor again. This is the overall interface of it, and it's really darn fantastic. I'll give you a little preview here, just for some perspective for gaming. I like to play Boom Beach. Not an advertisement for Boom Beach, but we'll go ahead and turn the sound on so you can see it. It works pretty well. I don't have any complaints about the sound. It's not tinny, it's not overly boomy. It's got a pretty good balance on it. Don't copy my layout from my map because it's copyright and it's not very great, but it works really well. The screen's super sensitive, It's very accurate with the modified 1080p resolution. You don't have to worry at all about misclicks, or sometimes whenever you need to get in and touch something that's real close or pinpoint exact. It's really good, very accurate. And I was curious about this in the beginning. The trackpad, it doesn't make things move on the screen whenever you're playing the video game. So if you like to play games on your phone, don't plan on being able to use a touch-sensitive keyboard to pick any of that stuff up. I think that's most of the features that I want to cover for right now. I'll go ahead and pop up Internet Explorer. Well, not the camera. Go ahead and pull up Internet Explorer here on Chrome. Welcome to Chrome. As you can see, I haven't really used this one too much. Okay, got it. Yahoo.com. Just because it's simple. Alright, so I do want to go and show you the wonderful capacitive keyboard. Swipe up, swipe down. It works out great. And also, if you want, well, it's not working with this one. It's in mobile mode right now, so you're not seeing anything on the screen wider than. You can swipe left or right and it'll move as well. But this is one really good feature. A lot of people may have some qualms or some complaints about the limited phone space, which, if you think about it, 2 years ago, our iPhones were only 4 inches and the Z10 was 4.2 inches, I believe. This is a 4.5-inch screen and it has a dedicated 4-row keyboard. So if you think about it, you're using a larger phone. As soon as you pull up your software keyboard on there, it's going to take up just as much room, if not more, on your phone. So if you have the physical keyboard already, you're not giving up any space on the screen, and you still have full access to the keyboard. It's built for productivity. It's built for power users. It's built to last. It's fantastic. It's got a great weight and feel to it. It feels real premium. I haven't messed with the back here yet because I'm waiting for my case to come in the mail. I'm very careful with my devices. I don't like to get any scratches on them or anything like that. I take good care of them, and I highly recommend that you do as well. Here's a look at the speaker up here up top. Overall, I'm highly impressed with it so far. BlackBerry Mobile has done a fantastic job. The keyboard, they nailed it pat. The buttons are good. The experience is good. I just wish that more people could get them in their hands right now, and I hope that this goes a little bit of a way to try and give you some of the first-hand experience of what you're going to get once you get yours in the mail and you get it out of the box. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I plan on making some more videos here soon. A little bit more user experience, tips and tricks, some more of the pros and the cons, other than, of course, the physical keyboard and the Android experience, and the monthly security updates that BlackBerry Mobile puts out as well. So this is all for now. Like I said, if you have any questions, go ahead and leave them down at the bottom. I'll get them answered. And thanks for tuning in. And this has been a great BlackBerry experience using my BlackBerry KeyOne and my P9983. See y'all later.